always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the game. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose and brought down at the 24. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the option. Knocked down behind the line, and this defense trying to shut down the running game and set the tone right out of the gate.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Wide open, big play opportunity, hits him right between the numbers. You gotta make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
He lets it fly. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Oregon. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
That is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. First play of the drive comes from the 41. The give out of the gun. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
The sure hands, it's Bennett. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. The extra point here would tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll run it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
High and away, headed toward the sideline just the way he drew it up. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. And he just chucks it into the fourth row. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Moore to the air. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Punch for the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Snag in the middle. It's Moore. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Moore will throw. Steps away. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Handoff from the gun. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Starts to scramble to the left. Crosses the 30. Turning on the Jets. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and then kind of dodging the pass rush.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the move. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Find some fresh air. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Pulls it in, it's Benson. Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. The Ducks want to move quickly. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Trying to escape it. He's loose. Lots of running room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. And down he goes, trying to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. The run from the shotgun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
There he goes. The 20. Touchdown Ducks. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. A run for the quarterback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Sellers. Under fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate.
He lofts one down the sideline. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not.
Just keeps moving. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. Powers through the defender. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to them, let them break tackles, let them make plays. Easy decision.
More to the air. Working that left side now. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it! And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the 1st half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback sneak trying to power his way ahead for a few. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The delay of game pushes the offense back. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. With that, they've taken the lead. So the 1st half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show.
You got to warm it up, don't you know? Warm it up. You got to warm it up, don't you know? Warm it up. You got to warm it up, don't you know? Warm it up. You got to warm it up, don't you know? Warm it up.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Making side adjustments here. Moore will throw. Grabs it in the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Ducks get enough for the first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Floating away. Fires on the move. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You don't see a lot of batted balls on hitch routes because most of the time you give a little bit of a cushion. That's a nice job by the defender, giving some cushion, but understanding the receiver was sitting down and going and getting a hand on the football.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And that is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll run it to the right. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Finds his man. It's Harbor. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about time. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Moore to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Hughes. Wide open spaces. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of...
Touchdown, Oregon! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
At midfield, he's got room. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Here's a heat. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Bring in the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Right back to the well. He breaks a tackle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Oregon, 24. South Carolina, 14.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that Saturday.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here of the game in the fourth quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium. And on that fourth down, they're able to hook up, move the sticks, and keep this momentum going.
Dances away to buy time. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Once you start to get down towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And it's his fourth interception of the night. Got room on the return. The 40, the 30, inside the 10, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Harvard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
On third down, going up top. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the heat. They got him. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. Coming out with it, it's Harbor. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. They'll get this drive started from the 29. To the air, it's Sellers. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop. If you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter, you've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Moore will throw. He's going for it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch on the left. Running free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, South Carolina. He has been surgical. precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's the handoff. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Gets it past the marker. It's a seam wide open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great...
Turning it on. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. And the beatdown has ensued. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They believe they can run right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Sellers. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Catch and stride inside the 15. All the way down to the 11 before he goes out of bounds, and this offense strikes quickly.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They go to the ground, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grab in the end zone for the score.
South Carolina.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And they did tack on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.